This is going to be completely different and a very interesting video. So I'm at my house in my alleyway between my house and next door's house. Yes, my daughter and next door's daughter. I've been in here with chalk and a Sharpie at some point, but that's fine because it's all getting painted at some point. The purpose of this video, I am being sent a battery storage system, and it's going to be an add-on to an add-on of the stuff this company sells and does that I can promote and fit myself, hence why I'm doing the F-gas course at some point. But I need to prep for battery storage, but I'm not doing it through the grid, so I won't be charging, I won't be sending power back through the grid and getting paid for it. I'll be keeping and storing it and discharging it, not in the grid. I'm still not clued up 100% how this all works. I'm learning as you guys are going to be learning with me. I'll be the idiot that asks the stupid questions and you guys can answer it. Nothing's been connected today. I'm massive talks with the company of how it's all going to work. The accreditation I don't need for MCS, I think it's MCS, for solar and battery and all that sort of stuff. Because it's not being connected to the grid or being backfed to the grid, I don't need it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what they said and that's what I've learned to believe as well. So what I've got to do is, that's the gate, ignore the alley, the front garden, that is all being dug out to a driveway, and they managed to hit the main cable, and this has been going on for a year. So I've purchased a gate, so we're going to make this nice and secure, because obviously we're having £10,000 worth of batteries in here. We want to make sure they're safe and away from people to be able to mess around with. So I'm going to put the gate up first. Adam's then going to mess around and put two JCC 5-foot LED strips in here with an energy kinetic switch, which is going to be linked onto the power that's been fed through here. He's going to rip all these down. That was a one I fitted years ago, and this is a solar one that's never worked that the customer had before. Homeowner. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with the condensate pipe because the battery storage is going to go here and at some point. So I've just took all the drains, I've started sweeping. I started sweeping too early because we've got to make some mess. So let me open up a gate, let me get that screwed back, figure out how that's going to work. Adam's then going to start that, and once we've got the dusty stuff done, we're cleaning the floor, we're brushing it, we're going to PVA it, and then we're going to seal the floor with some garage floor paint. So that is unpacked here. Adam's cracking on with all this, and it's electric, so he knows what he's doing. For some reason I said to Adam, I didn't realise that this would come apart. Why I thought the full-size gate would have been in that box is beyond me. So I'm going to put this all together. Should be fairly simple for a highly qualified electrician. It's not a problem. We'll do this. Ready? Oh, I'm sorry, were you talking, man? I was filming then, Adam. Right, 5 points from you. Done, dusted, easy peasy. Adam's in the way at the moment doing his bits and bobs. Look at that.
Every type of stuff can land on there.
Before I can get that in the way. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna unbox the lights, figure out, we'll get the laser to get it central, up and above. You can see I've got CCTV absolutely everywhere. We've got a pretzel. Come here, good girl. Come say hello. Look how big she is. Sit. Don't show me up here. Good girl. Say hi. So, yeah, it's nice. It's very hot, and the fact that we're working in a nice alleyway with a breeze. Nice.
So what you need, mate?
What do we need?
Need some aircon, innit?
We do need some aircon very soon. These are the Skypack quick release 5-foot from JCC. You see me fit these in the unit on the wall. Dead simple, dead easy. It's the first time Adam's just seen the double button clasp. What do we think?
Yeah, mints. Saves loads of time on your fingers.
In fact, so just strip them out. I'm going to go get the laser, like I said, measure out. I'm going to put one probably here above the manhole, and then we'll put one further back, just next to the next to the CCTV. Lasers up, wash, nice, all the way down. Adam's nearly finished that little bit, which is here. He's put some conduit over, gone on there. To get the bend up and up, we've got some high tuff, which is on the floor, which I actually had in my alleyway for some reason or another, which is here.
1.5 free core.
So he's coming up across to the first light. We're going to stuff it, and then we're just going to do conduit between the two lights. So we're going to get them up in position now, marksman them up, measure out between, get some marksman holes for the saddles. That's the word I was looking for. We can drill that, and then after that, once you're out of the way, I might go past you, fit the gate, and we can all laugh at my expense for that. Lasers up, marked out. I've just done one hole here. We've got 3 for each fitting. What have you done? You tripped?
I went like this. I walked up here with it.
Yeah, 3 holes for each fitting. We're going to do some washers, and we've got one central point here, which is just going to be for our saddle. So we'll get them in, get some red plugs in, get them screwed up, and Adam can do some conduit work.
They're all in line.
One in the centre and passes through into here. We've got the little knockout, which is nice and simple. With this sort of job, you can just bend it around like Adam did in a second. He'll show you now with his finger.
Oh, let me screw it up and I'll show you.
Excuse me? Masterpiece. So that is.
Just, have you turned the laser off or not?
I kicked it.
Oh, lovely. Show you this, literally push to one side, grab that with your finger, twist it round, and then see ya.
Beautiful. Yeah. So we put the, yeah, it's in. So I put the bushing coupler in. We've got an offcut. But this is the problem when you screw it's flat. So what I'm going to try and do is match the measurement of this coming out here to the same as this. So we're going to space this down a little bit, just because what would happen is you end up just bending the conduit would end up just looking like this.
I've got something that works.
Something tiny.
It works. Is that the right depth?
It's a little bit out. You can see the height difference there. It's my house, and I've always said to Adam, if it works, it works. The pride and joy that I'm not getting paid to do it. So most of the time we go, oh, it works, fine. And very much like the downlights that we undid that I fitted years ago at my house. Like all the single installation was hanging out the back of it. Never buy a mechanic's car. That's what they were saying it. Yeah, we'll take that one down. I don't want to use this. I do. This would look better, wouldn't it? I reckon 20mm open grommet.
Stuffed into
on the bottom of it, we'll screw through. That'll be the right spacing, and it's black. Karen's here. She's checking out the stuff. Right, so we've got that. We're happy. We're not putting what space in between. What Adam's doing is going to get here. He'll get his thumb. He'll do a measurement, so it's easy there. Yeah. Bring that down. We've got some Nipex conduit cutters.
Yep. Yeah, I've got that.
Got that.
Some people like to score it round, but because the conduit's warm, we should just
straight through.
Nice clean cut.
Slide your end on, mate. So you've got wiggle room on this. If we want it to make it a bit more flush, you can undo it a little bit. But as he tightens the bush up with on the inside, it will pull it nice and neat. And then we can whack that up as well. Why are you wearing a coat? It's like 30 degrees. Oh, tiny little bend. Everyone likes a little bend though, don't they, mate? Weird if it's too straight. We've got one working gate. Oh, absolute mint. Adam's just covered everything in dust that I've just put in. That's absolutely fine. Final last touches, getting the high tuff in, get them wired up, get the power back on, hopefully, and energy switches wherever we put them. Which are these ones? We've got module here and the switch that we stuck on the inside to make life a bit easier. Sorry, mate, carry on. Go on then, Mr. Dunlop.
Yeet.
Boom. Right, are we flashing? No, we're all right. Nice and straight. Adam's used some oil band, some P-clips. He's redone all the electrics there for the outside lights and the cameras, and delicious. Annoyingly, I picked it up from the unit
double,
and I wanted to get it working, so a double one we have. Next thing, Adam's going home now because it's about, what, 4:30 Friday afternoon.
It's 5, yeah.
I'm gonna go round, get rid of all this, brush and get rid of as much dust. I've got the blower, I've got some PVA outside. We're gonna seal the floor as best as possible just to create a bit more of a base for the good paint to stick to. Then I'm gonna start painting, so let's get it. Bye, Adam, bye. Here we go. I've mixed loads of PVA with the water, and I've painted concrete floors before in this house, the utility room, and bits and bobs, and always at some point it starts lifting, and I've never sealed the floor itself. So, in my eyes, this theory will be beneficial. I'm sure there'll be people out there, but I should only have to leave this on half an hour. A really big bit of brick. Oh, wicked. So that is the floor sealed. It's a bit more wet down here because obviously this bit last, but it's already drying up there. Floor's not sticky. This is almost ready to paint on. I'm happy with that. Annoyed slightly because I went to go and have a beer. My mate drank them all when he was here the other day, so now I've got this out of the fridge. Vastly overestimated the amount of PVA and water I need. Vastly overestimated, but that's fine. We'll allow it. Get the paint out, start mixing that up, and these doors are going to get changed at some point as well. They're the original doors that came on the house, but neither of us could be bothered. And I've decided as well, I'm going to paint both walls at some point after the floor, obviously, because that makes sense. This is my weapon of choice. This is Ron Seal Garage and Floor Plate. Get it from your local B&Q or Amazon. Yeah, we're starting to dry. So this, I'm not sure if I'm going to start cutting in with a brush for the edge of the walls. I've got a bit of cardboard, so as and when I'm going by, I can hold against it and just run it down, but let's get the first bit on, see what it looks like. This roller doesn't fit on the handle, so this is going to be fun. We want a nice thick coat. I only want to do this once.
My dad was a painter and decorator, and he'd be vastly disappointed with that sentence, but he's no longer with us, so I can get away with it. Oh God, we're already off to a bad start. I am going to mask this off and do a nice line, but I haven't got any masking tape on me. It's at the unit, so we're going to make sure we get enough on to fill all the air, well, I say air holes, but the holes within the pebble dash concrete.
And he's done. What an effort. What do you think? Ignore the walls, spoke next door. I'm going to paint the walls as well. Oh yes, 10 times better. I've got rejigged the plumbing, so you can see the condensate pipe there as when the battery storage goes on. That needs to be rerouted, which I'm not looking forward to. So to mate is a plumber, and he was like, yeah, no, you do it yourself. I was like, sweet, I cannot wait. So I've got to paint the floor, I've got to paint the walls, we've got a few more things to turn up. The specs, bits and bobs, and like I said before, we're going to do a massive video series on this, and I'm pretty sure I'm being sent them for my unit as well. So we're going to try and make the unit off grid. I'm going to do some research, come to grips with what I've got to do, how to make it safe, how to utilize it for everything I can do. I'm going to be switching energy suppliers. I'm at the moment with British Gas, and they're just absolute rip-off merchants, and they're very, very hard to get on the phone and change things a bit of. So I'll run through that, what I find is the best tariff to be on, with which company, with lots of research done behind it, with a lot of people out there that also have the same thing. So we'll be doing that. So like, subscribe if you can. That'd be fantastic. And I'll see you on the next one. Say bye.
Bye.